Chmod, spelled C-H-M-O-D. There's another video at the beginning of the playlist, and the example over there that I refer to as the more complicated example has a different syntax that looks very similar to the one in this video. Look for the equals sign in the syntax where you're assigning the values. The way this command works is you would have Chmod, and then some kind of mode specification, and then the file or directory. The way the mode is specified here in this example uses alpha. It uses characters. There's another method which specifies the mode using what's called octal, and I'll show that later. This particular command is adding read, write, execute to the user, who is the owner, and read to the group, and it's taking away the write permission from the others. Notice U, G, and O can be on the left side, and then there's an equals or a plus or a minus, and then on the right side you can have read, write, and execute. Also keep in mind that you can combine. You could say U and O for user and others equals something. So you can combine the U, G, and O just like you combine the R, W, and X. You can put an A equals or an A minus or an A plus, and the A would stand for the combination of U, G, and O, all three of them together. Okay, now as you have seen in the past, you can use the capital R option with commands. This includes using it with the Chmod command. This would apply the mode to all the subdirectories and files inside the directory that you specify with the Chmod command. However, be very careful because this can cause the execute permission to disappear from the subdirectories of the directory you specify. And that is irreversible because you won't be able to go into these directories. Just keep that in mind. Okay, as I mentioned before, there's the octal way and then there's the alpha way. Now I'm going to talk about the octal way. Okay, the octal way uses numbers, and the numbers each digit ranges from 0 to 7, and that's why it's called octal, because there's 8 digits that are possible: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, now the number consists of 3 digits. The first one corresponds to user or the owner, the second corresponds to the group, and the third corresponds to other. Okay? Also, there is another correspondence to keep in mind. R for read corresponds to 4, W for write corresponds to 2, and X for execute corresponds to 1. So a digit like 7 would be a combination of 4, 2, and 1. Okay? Now you can read between the lines here and try to understand what's happening. Besides what I just told you and looking at this 9-character permission string, I think you get the picture of how this works. There are 2 other commands I want to mention: the umask command and the change group command. The umask command is used to let you know what the default is going to be for the mode when a file or directory is created. You will very rarely use this, so I won't bother to explain exactly the nitty-gritty of how it works, but I just want to let you know that it's there. The other one is change group, and that's very similar to changing ownership, except it applies to attaching a different group to the file or directory instead of a different owner to the file or directory.